Yo, what is up, guys? So I'm going to be talking about eBay. We're going to talk about reselling today. I also want to answer a few of the questions that I've been getting. One is about sourcing, another about market and understanding, your category or who you're trying to target in terms of audience. Also, I want to talk about when to stop selling an item, like when to cut it off and take a loss or break even on and get rid of that item. Also, how to know what to sell on eBay, right? There are many different categories on eBay, and that's one of the best things about it, right? Like if we just go over here to the category section, look how many categories there are. First of all, these are so broad, every one of these. This says computer, tablets, and network. Like, you know how many things that applies to, right? Like how about toys and hobbies? You know how specific some people get with this shit? Like, there are people out there who only sell 1990s strawberry shortcake toys. Like, that's how specific some of these people's market are. Like, no joke. That's not a joke. People are that specific, and guess what? They're probably making $35,000 a year, $50,000, $80,000 a year selling that specific of a niche. Like, it's nuts how much money you can make on eBay and how big the market truly is. A lot of us only stick to one category. And guys, there are so many people who make resale videos on YouTube, and they will tell you that is the best thing you can do. Find a category, stick to it, and sell in that category. I would agree with them for the most part. But I got to talk personally, that is not what I do. And I got to explain to you why. Because my market isn't any of these categories. My market is all of those categories, but at the cheapest price, right? So I sell discount. That is a full category in itself. I make sure that whatever item I'm posting, I'm the cheapest item on there. And the reason why I can do that is because I can source product very, very cheap compared to most people. And the area that I live in Northeast Ohio, is absolutely like the bottom of the barrel in terms of cost of living. So everything around us is much, much cheaper than it would be in, like California, or New York, Florida, in any part, because there's not much going on here. So cost of living, cost of anything is so much cheaper in this area. So that's why I can source products so much cheaper, right? Like, and guys, most of my items I sell on eBay, like I think I calculated one time the last 50 items that I sold, my margins were a minimum 5x. I think that's what it averaged out to be, was 5x. And we're not talking about gross sales. Like, I'm not saying I bought something for $1 and sold it for $5. I'm saying I bought something for $1 and sold it for $10, and after fees, after all the BS, I made 5x on my initial investment. So my profit, guys, is 5 times my initial investment. There are not too many businesses out there that offer those types of margins. Now, a lot of you are not going to be able to access product like I'm able to in this area. It just happens to go with the territory of living in a terrible area. That's it. Like, it's part of it. If you live in an awful place, not saying that it's all awful, obviously, but generally speaking, if the cost of living is very low, generally you're able to access product, comparably low. So that is one thing about understanding your market. I agree when a lot of these guys say find your niche, find your market, and stick to it and build a brand, right? I respect that. And it makes sense to me, quite honestly. They say, the person who, what is it? There's some kind of quote out there that basically, if you chase 2 rabbits, you're going to catch neither of them, right? Whereas if you chase one, you'll catch it. Same thing with categories. If you chase all of these categories, you're never going to really master any of them. But if you just focus on one and really understand it, then you can grow in that category. And I love that. I respect that. But for me personally, it doesn't work because I have access to such a broad range of products that if I focused on one category and only one specific thing, I would miss out on all that other profit on those other areas, right? It's not that I'm able to access one type of product all kinds of different ways. It's that I can access many different categories in one setting. Like, when I go out and buy, guys, I don't go to garage sales and buy one item, right? I go to auctions and I fill up my truck and trailer full of stuff. Like, as much stuff as I can stuff in there for $40. It's crazy. You guys are like, yeah, I spent $40 at one garage sale on 6 items. I completely understand. That's not how I do it. It's just not how I operate. So that's why my market is set up as it is. Like I said, for 98% of you, the way to go is finding your niche market. for the other couple people that are like me in a situation where we can get product very cheap, that is the way to go, I think, personally. Some people may disagree. I completely understand why, but that is just how I do it. I don't know what I was looking at my hat. I just wanted to show you guys kind of how to research product. And basically, guys, a little lesson on researching goods. First of all, now there are so many tools to research. eBay offers the new picture. Basically, you could take a picture and research any item, right? Like I could take a picture of this mug and eBay will use like image searching to find this mug on there and show me what it's selling for. So that's pretty crazy. Now the technology is not quite developed enough right now for it to be 100% reliable, but it's exciting that they're going down that route. You know, I was always thinking like there should be some type of image search database. I should be able to take a picture of something and know exactly what it is and what year and all this sorts of stuff. And eBay came out with it like 3 days after I was coming up with my idea. So that was pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure they just listened in on my conversation and created it, but that's just, whatever. So guys, that is like my, that is how I look at market. I have something on my eye. It's killing me right now. That is how I understand, the market, and you got to figure out what you want to sell. If you want to do like how I do it and just sell discount product, I think that's fine. I think you can definitely do that. For me personally, I always want to make sure my item is the cheapest on the page because it might be an item that doesn't get looked up that often. It may be something that there's only 13 listings available overall on eBay. So the demand isn't that much, or at least the actual supply isn't that much. But I want to make sure that when someone looks that up, the next time that shit gets looked up, they're buying mine because mine's going to be 10% cheaper than any other option on this page, right? Because I don't care about getting my max dollar out of everything. I care about turnover rate. I care about getting it out the door as quick as possible, and then I'll invest that money back in and do the same exact thing because my margins are so good. You just got to figure out what your market is, basically. So that's one thing. I also want to talk about sourcing. Now, I think there's two types of sellers on eBay. There are people who buy replenishable, wholesale, or some type of goods that they can get more and they have access to more of the same product and they're going to sell over and over and over again. Or there are the people who, like myself, go out and source their products used. For the most part, not everything I sell is used, but go out and source what I like to call like one-time products. Basically meaning that I'm going to go out and buy this mug at a garage sale and I'm probably not going to come across it again. And if I do, it's not going to be because, I looked at, I clicked on it and was able to purchase it again. It's going to be because I stumbled upon it randomly. Essentially, guys, there's replenishable and there's non-replenishable goods. This, for me, if I go to a garage sale and find this and resell it on eBay, I can't replenish this at the click of a button. Whereas if I was buying, a wholesale good, I can buy more and resell and buy more. And so that's the difference. In retrospect, replenishable goods sounds amazing. It sounds super easy, but we have to remember when things are easy, it attracts all sorts of different people. It attracts everyone because the easiest thing, obviously, for it, its nature of being easy attracts everybody, right? That's where everyone wants to go. We want to go towards drop shipping. We want to go towards wholesale because there is no effort that really needs to be applied in this. I'm not saying people who sell who sell wholesale and who sell replenishable goods are lazy or anything like that. So don't get me wrong. If anything, you have to work much, much harder because the competition is so horrendous. Like there's so many people in drop shipping right now. Their margins are crazy low. So you have to be either really good at research and finding product, or that side of the business is very tough to get into. That's why I don't get into it. And the other reason why I don't jump into the replenishable goods side is because I love this business. I truly love reselling. And I feel like that doesn't allow me to kind of, I guess, access that passion. I love digging through a box, getting my hands dirty, finding that one item that's worth $50 for 50 cents in the bottom of a box lot. Like that's what's exciting to me. I love cleaning out a storage unit and finding gold on the ground, or like that. It's a treasure hunt for me. It's the passion. It's that's the exciting part to me. I don't do this for the money. I love money. Don't get me wrong. And I think money is a very important tool to have, and it can access a lot of things. But this business particularly, I want to make as much money as possible, but that's not the foundation of why I do it. I do it because I truly am passionate and I love building. I love building this, business. And, the best thing about eBay is that it really doesn't need to be looked at like a business until it becomes one. So like the cost of entry into becoming a reseller on eBay is basically nothing. Like I could take the hat off my head and like I was doing for you guys here, resell it, right? Like here is the hat that's on my head right now. It's selling for $7.05. Boom. There's my first sale on eBay, right? Like I could always buy this hat back in the future. I'm never taking it off. I want you guys to know that. But the point is, like, you have stuff around you right now that you can easily sell on eBay. So if you're someone who's never made a sale on eBay, literally, guys, sign up, go on here, sign up, find 5 things in your bedroom that you do not use anymore, whether it's a piece of clothing, shoes, technology. Broken stuff sells like crazy on eBay. Broken phones, broken tablets, broken computers. Make sure you guys are able to erase whatever's in there or figure out a way that you're not going to get scammed, of course. But point being, guys, that you can sell basically anything on eBay. You guys, like, people don't get it. They don't understand. They think they have to go buy you don't need to invest anything in this business. Test the market. Test to see if you even like it. Like, that's the greatest thing about eBay. There's no cost to jumping in this business. You literally can start off with a few things around your bedroom and, jump on your phone and start posting on eBay. That's how easy it is, right? Most businesses cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to get involved in. They cost, hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours of dedicated practice and, building an understanding of the business and all that crap. And it takes insurance. It takes all kinds of forms and licenses and all kinds of crap. eBay takes nothing. It takes nothing. You literally just need to put the effort in. And that's why, a lot of people don't look at eBay like it's a real business. They don't look at eBay sellers like they're real business people. And I agree with that. I agree with that notion. I agree with that attitude. Like, hey, you guys aren't real business people. You're not actually, this isn't comparable to starting a restaurant, because it's not until it is, right? Until we are making more money, right? It's all about that bottom line. When you start seeing $200,000, $300,000 in sales, all of a sudden this is a real business, right? But the cost of entry into this business is so small that it attracts everybody, right? There's no one that's like, oh, eBay selling is way too hard for me. No, you just got to get started and go do it and build up. And the greatest thing is you get started for nothing. And if you don't like it, simply stop. Like, it doesn't cost you anything to stop. If you want to start a restaurant and all of a sudden after the first year you didn't like it, you're down like hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? You're acquiring all that debt. And that's because you didn't like the business, right? This gives you an opportunity to test it out before you invest any money into it. So it's one of my favorite things about eBay, and that's why it attracts a lot of different types of people, whether it's business people or whether it's just a stay-at-home mom or young kid. Like, it can attract so many different types of people, and it's one of the best things about it. So I didn't cover everything I wanted to cover in this video. It's getting pretty long. I'm going to cut it off right now. But wanted to say to you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have questions, that is the best way I can make my content around what you guys are wondering, what you guys are struggling with. I want to be of help to you and of service to you. So please comment what you guys need help with, questions you guys have for me, questions you guys have for about eBay, about reselling, about flea markets, about auctions. It doesn't matter. I'm here to help you in any way that I can. So please don't be shy and, allow me to answer your guys' questions for you. And if I can't answer them, I'm sure there are other people who resell that can. And I think we just need to work together as a community. So, there's a quote out there somewhere that basically says that, every man or woman, for that matter, don't think that I'm sexist, every man or woman is my, oh God, I'm really screwing this up. Every man or woman is my superior in some way, therefore I learn from them, right? So no matter who the other person is, they can teach me something. It doesn't matter who that person is, right? They always have something they can teach, and I believe that to be true in every area. So thank you guys again for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button. If you guys like this type of content, definitely subscribe to my channel. I'll be making more like this, and don't forget to comment any questions you guys got. I'll talk to you later. See ya.